Welcome to the Boddington Experience. I'm Brittany Boddington, and on this week's episode, we're going to the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. We're in Campeche with Timecod Outfitters. Jose Enrique Camara is going to be our outfitter, and we're very excited because we're going to be hunting peccary, red Brocket deer, oscellated turkey. There's all sorts of birds around here. Let's see what we can find. Stay with us. It's going to be a good one.
This episode is brought to you by Global Sportsman's Network.
Craig Boddington, decorated Marine, award-winning writer, hunter, adventurer. He's explored 6 continents to hunt over 300 species of big game, and he's not done yet. This is the Boddington Experience.
Brittany, where are you going in Mexico? You are hunting turkey, but it's really like all turkey hunting. You're pretty good at hitting flying game, but hitting stationary game with a shotgun is altogether different because you don't have sights, but you're aiming it just like a rifle.
Right.
And you may well be sitting under a tree, or in the forest, you may be stalking and need to get down to see under a tree. So I think it's probably a good idea to take a couple of shots at some targets out there from, you know, sitting, kneeling.
Okay.
Because it's a little different. Let's try it.
Yeah, well, it feels different, and I've definitely never shot a shotgun from anything other than standing.
Right.
So we'll give it a try. All right.
Okay. Okay, that was good. Try the other one. Yeah, that was center.
Was it? Okay.
Yep. There you go.
Well, we arrived late last night in Merida, and now we're headed off to camp. I think we're about, what, halfway?
Yes, halfway through the camp, and I always like to stop here. Great food, great view, and
It's beautiful.
Very nice.
Okay, so should we continue on our way?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, bye.
We're on our way to camp and clearly heading deeper into the jungle with every mile. Camp is a wonderful surprise. It's deep in the jungle, but surprisingly comfortable.
All right, well, the guns arrived with no problems, and it was actually super simple to get them in at the Merida airport. Lots of paperwork involved, but as long as it's correct, it was pretty easy. We've got the legendary ArmsWorks 280. This is the same one I used on my Rocky Mountain goat earlier this season. We shot it last week. It should be dead on, so that's good. And then we've got the K80 from Craigoff, this beautiful thing, and it is a 12 gauge. So I'm just gonna put that guy together. Okay. Click that receiver into place. Pretty simple. Off we go. Well, this morning I think we're going to go look for some Brocket deer, but we need to check the rifle as always, just in case it got bumped around. This is a model 704 legendary ArmsWorks 280. It's been historically very on, so let's hope that nothing got bumped in transit. Okay, exactly in the center line, about a half of an inch. Right. This one more just to be sure, but I think we're all good. Yeah, okay.
Well, finally, it's time to go hunting and see what the Yucatan forest really looks like.
Set up a blind here. Hopefully we'll find something.
Hunting in the jungle is just plain difficult. We're going to try to glass and we're going to still hunt along the trails, but the clear problem is there isn't much visibility here.
Well, nothing came in. It's hot and miserable out here, so I think we're gonna head back. We've been here since like 9 a.m. and it's almost 2, so I think it's time to call it. I'll try again in the afternoon.
This segment was brought to you by Hornady. Accurate, deadly, dependable.
The new standard by which all ammunition is judged. Superformance from Hornady. Superformance provides increased performance in every rifle. With cutting-edge bullets and ultra-progressive propellants, Superformance delivers up to 200 feet per second more muzzle velocity than conventional ammunition. Flatter trajectories and more downrange energy. Superformance ammunition from Hornady. It is rocket science.
What makes a legend? Are they born naturally, or do they aspire for greatness? Can they be cultivated, or does it come with hard work, dedication, and years of experience? Be prepared. Be resourceful. You may not end up in history books, but there will be stories told about you. Legendary Arms Works. Live legendary.
I'm Craig Boddington. Are you tired of digging for the gun in the back of the safe? The Pendleton organizes your long guns, handguns, and valuables. I trust my collection to Pendleton. Moisture controlled, easy access. Made to order in the USA. This safe will exceed your expectations. Call us or visit our website. You'll be glad you did.
You are the first to rise, first to teach, to get your hands dirty and lend them. You're first to protect. As a hunter, being first is a big part of who you are. And we are first for you. The single most influential hunters' rights and conservation organization in the world. Join like your way of life depends on it.
This segment is brought to you by Legendary Arms Works.
Well, tell us a little bit about how you ended up here and what Timecod Outfitters is all about.
Okay, we ended up here because we knew this land pretty well. My grandfather had this business with the wood back in like 1940s, something like that. And we used to come here and we learned a lot about the jungle. We used to hang out with people who was working in the jungle, and we would always go hunting after the work was done. So I just fell in love with this environment, with the jungle, with the animals, and it became a passion. I've been realizing that year after year, the jungle is being lost due to poaching and to people overproducing that wood business, and so it evolved more towards hunting. But once that hunting is being established, we are trying to close the whole circle with other activities.
So you have other activities that you offer. What are those?
Yes, we do. We are offering kayaking, we are offering horseback riding, and a strong market is growing towards bird watching.
And you know, it's so important to keep these things going year-round, because I would love to have my kids and my kids' kids able to come down here to hunt.
Yes, indeed. That's the main focus on it. Yeah, to keep it going year-round, and to be able to make it work for the communities, for us, for everybody.
Well, you heard it here. If you want to check out the Yucatan Peninsula, if you want to go horseback riding or kayaking or bird watching or hunting, come with Timecod Outfitters. Thank you so much.
Okay, the plan is we're gonna walk to this trail into the water pond, and we're gonna see if there are prints of brocket deer.
Okay.
This is a good spot. We have been monitoring this spot for quite a long time, so we're really looking forward to come here, and maybe we can visit Texas today.
Okay, all right.
And now, a conservation minute from SCI, First for Hunters.
We're here in the jungle of the Yucatan Peninsula in southern Mexico. To most North American hunters, this is one of the least known habitats in North America, but it is still considered part of North American hunting. The SCI record book has given value to the Brocket deer, the Oscellated turkey, and the peccary, and it's one of the greatest worldwide references on hunting. Well, we had a good try this morning. You want to tell us the plan for the afternoon?
We're going for a walk right now, and we call it cenote.
Okay.
That is a great spot for curacao.
Okay, sounds good. And we'll keep the shotgun handy in case we run into a turkey.
We've seen a great curassow, one of the really special jungle birds that's only found down in the Yucatan, and a great trophy, almost rivaling the Oscellated turkey.
Jose, we finally got something. This is so exciting.
Finally got something. The weather is really not working, not helping us really well right now. But here in Mexico, in this part, the southeastern part, we just have two species: the great curassow and the crested guan.
And then you can tell the age by the size of the horn.
By the size of the hornbill, they grow this part of here like very round and very big when they are like older, and this is a good one, but they can grow bigger.
Much bigger.
Just
Okay.
bigger. These things are really hard to get. As you know, you have to work for them.
Well, this guy is going to be tasty. We're going to eat him for dinner in camp. Okay, well, we made it back to the truck. We were successful. We got the great curassow, and I'm ready to head back. On this week's Medical Minute, Dr. Sadaf Khan is going to talk to us about snake bites. Sadaf, how common is this problem?
Well, thank you, Brittany. Snake bites in this country probably number about 45,000 on average a year. But out of that number, there are only 5 to 12 fatalities every year. So actually, the chances of you surviving a snake bite are pretty good. There are two large groups. There are the crotalids and the elapids. Now, the crotalids are essentially pit vipers, and that includes snakes like rattlesnakes, which actually cause 60% of the bites in this country, but also includes the copperheads and the water moccasins. Now, the elapids are usually more south, maybe in Florida and also in the southern hemisphere, and they include coral snakes. So pit vipers, there are certain characteristics that will help you identify them. They tend to have a triangular head. They tend to have elliptical cat-like pupils, so the vertical cat-like pupils that you can see on them. And obviously you don't want to get too close to the snake to be able to identify that. But they also have pits, which are a distinguishing factor on them. These are little hollows in the maxillary area of the face between the eye and the nose of the pit viper, and they're heat-sensing organs for the pit viper. So those are ways of identifying, and then obviously on the rattlesnake you have the rattle, but not all rattlesnakes rattle before they strike, so be aware of that.
All right, well, Sadaf, today my dad is going to be the medical dummy. We've marked a little snake bite here on his arm. We're going to pretend this is real. How would you treat this?
So what we want to do initially is, you need to stay calm, Craig.
I'm the one that got bitten. You're telling me I need to be calm?
You need to stay calm, because that's one of the most important things before we try and evacuate you from this area.
Easy for
to the
you to
medical
say.
facility. Let's see what we can do to help you here. So what we want to do is make sure that the wound is clean. Here you can see 2 puncture wounds, but be aware of the fact that you may not see 2 puncture wounds, which is typically what you expect. It may just be in 1 fang and 1 puncture wound. It may just be an abrasion, but you still need to be aware of the fact that you could have sustained envenomation. So be aware of that. What I would do initially is some ibuprofen or Motrin. Pain relief will actually help the patient relax a little bit more. So I've just actually opened up an antiseptic wipe. I would wipe down the wound itself so it's nice and clean. And then I would go ahead and place this 4x4 as a little dressing. We can go ahead and you can put a little bit of pressure on there also. Actually, then just use a little bit of tape to tape this down.
How soon after the bite will you have an idea whether you've been envenomated or not?
Well, regardless of envenomation, you probably will see a local reaction of redness and swelling just from the bite alone. But that can take several minutes. But then if you see edema, which is what we call kind of fluid beneath the skin, so it starts swelling and it becomes edematous, then you have pretty much a good idea that you may have developed envenomation. How much of an envenomation? It's difficult to tell at this stage, but what you want to do is you want to get out of your environment into a medical facility where you can receive definitive care, which is really anti-venom. And then what I like to do is once it's been cleaned and there's a dressing on top, I want to be able to go ahead and splint this wound, because what you want to do is rest that arm as you're keeping calm, and you want to make sure that you keep this extremity below the heart. Okay, so this will help the venom prevent it from actually spreading too far. So what I want to do is you can use a stick or anything else. If you have a SAM splint with you in your medical kit, you can certainly use that. Those are very useful. But if you don't have that, I would just use a little stick like this. And what I would do is I would actually use it to mid-hand, so you're actually crossing this joint, the wrist joint, so it prevents it from moving. So I would have the patient hold on to that for a second. Maybe Brittany can help. And then we can use some of this Coban tape to help actually just support this and keep this attached. So just a little bit of tension on this, not too much. You want it to stay on, but you also don't want to cut off his arterial supply to the hand and make it uncomfortable, but this will also help with pain relief as well.
In the old days, both in Boy Scouts and the military, we were taught to put on a tourniquet, and we were taught to cut the bite and try to suck out the venom. What's the story on that today?
Sucking out the venom and tourniquets are not recommended any longer. Essentially, it's what I've just shown you here today. It's resting, it's application of a dressing to the wound itself, and keeping it below the heart to prevent any venom from spreading. That's really the mainstay of snake bites today. So this is one way of helping you support yourself and get you out of trouble before you get to a medical facility for anti-venom.
Okay, well, I think if you guys will help me, maybe we should start towards the truck.
Okay.
All right.
I'm Dr. Sadaf Khan. I want you to enjoy the great outdoors safely and to take your Global Rescue Card with you.
We're here at the Mayan Ruins, and this structure behind us was used for observing the solstices and equinox. The two structures up at the top were erected in the year 702, and they represent a royal couple that ruled here 79 years after that. Now that is one massive set of rooms. They say the top of the world. I really feel like I'm at the top of the world up here. It's really impressive.
Just being here in the jungle has been a great experience, and we're going to keep trying, but so far the jungle hasn't yielded many prizes, but we're going to keep trying.
There.
Are you rolling?
Just shoot it. He's gonna go. He's gonna go. Shoot it.
Yeah. Okay, gun safe.
See?
I just got a shot of turkey.
Throw them back.
Woo, that was exciting. Let's go see. Wow. Oh my gosh, he's beautiful. Can you get that iridescent? This has got to be the prettiest bird I've ever seen in my whole life. And look, even the feet are gorgeous.
Beautiful. No, look at the size of the spurs.
Yeah,
This is like
wow.
2 inches. Very nice.
I can't
very
believe that
nice.
just happened.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he really does look like a peacock. I
So-
can't believe this. It's really beautiful.
We finally got him. Like right now, they usually hang in pairs.
It's just
Look
so
at the colors,
colorful. I mean,
yes.
it really looks like peacock feathers.
Yes.
This Krieghoff K80 is one deadly machine.
Oh, good. This is just really
so
a
cool.
nice turkey.
I'm so excited. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Well, it's tried really hard for a Brocket deer, but the forest didn't yield one up this time. But we've had pretty good luck. The great curacao, the oscellated turkey is really what most folks come down here for, and we've been really lucky.
Well, our cook Alex here in camp has cooked up the Great Caruso, which I'm about to try, and there's also our turkey here, so we've got a nice selection. And let's give it a shot and see what we think. That one's really good.